Welcome everyone. This is the first lesson recording for IM1, October 20th, 2020. Please get your homework out. That's the most recent homework, which was the review packet, page 1 and 2. What are we doing today? We are going to be tackling the equations for distance, time, and speed situations again. And then we are going to do some review for Unit 2 test that's coming up on Friday. We went over the homework answers. And then this is where I've discovered a lot of misconception when I was grading the homework. So I am going to go over this. So when you're trying to find the slope of this line, okay, to find the slope of the equation of the line, you need to find the slope and you need to find the y-intercept, okay? So definitely you need to find the slope. How do I do that? And what is a good point to choose? So, and depending on which points you choose, the slope is going to look very different. Okay, so for example, if I was to say, okay, I'm going to draw my slope triangle looking like this. So that's 3 to the right, and well, that's 1. And so the slope is going to be rise over run, so it's going to be 1/3. Okay. Now, what if I chose a different point? What if I chose, say, I don't know, let's say this one. So then that's 4 units to the right. And, I don't know, it's 2.5. Oh, okay, so 2.5. All right, then it's rise over run. 2.5 is same as 9/2. So then the slope becomes 9/2 divided by 4, which is same as 9/2 divided by 4, which is again same as 9/2. Remember, 4 is same as 4/1. Multiplied by, when you are dividing by the fraction, you flip the second fraction. So it becomes 1/4. So this becomes 9/8. Okay, so I think from the pink triangle, I think the slope is 9/8. Okay, what if I chose a different triangle? Okay, so then what if I chose this one? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So plus 5 to the right. And then from here, I'm going to go up by 2. So this, I get 2/5. Okay, 2/5. Well, they can't all be correct. Okay, so something is not right. 1 is correct, 2 are not. How do I do that? How do I decide which points to choose? So what to explain that, I am going to magnify this in the next slide. Okay, here we go. This is just a close-up view. Okay, so to choose the 2 points, you need to be asking yourself, okay, so we have the vertical lines going up and down, and you have the horizontal lines going across. We want to pick points that goes through the horizontal line and vertical line exactly. That means points like this would be good, point like this would be good, point like this would be good. Any points that goes through the vertical line and the horizontal line will be good. So looking at this graph, so you start from one end to the other. Okay, so looking at this point, does this go through the vertical line and the horizontal line of the grid exactly? Yes, it does. So I am going to mark this with my blue line dot. So that's a good one. Okay, going through, okay, when x is 1, what is the y value? Oh, it's somewhere between 1 and 2. I don't know exactly where. I can't, and you know, I can't eyeball it very accurately. So this would not be a good one. Okay, what about this? Oh, you know what? This is close. This is close to the horizontal line and vertical line. But no, this is not good enough. It has to go through exactly. What about when x is 3? No, this is not going through. When x is 4? Nope. What about when x is 5? Right here, do you see the vertical line and the horizontal line? It's going through exactly. Okay, that means those 2 points are great ones to choose because the graph is going through the horizontal line and the vertical line exactly. That means if I was to put the coordinates here, this will be like, what is the x coordinate? It's 5. What is the y coordinate? It's 3. If I was to put a coordinate here, what is the x coordinate of this point? It's 0. And the y coordinate is 1. Okay, if I was trying to put a point over here, say for example, okay, so if I was to put a point right here, it would be something like, okay, the x is definitely 2, but what about y? I don't know, it's going to be something like, I don't know, maybe 2.8 or 1.8, but I don't know for sure. Okay, so this would not be a good point. You don't have a integer number. Unlike here, 5, 3, there's our integers. That's what we are going for. So we do not want this as a coordinate point for the slope triangle. So then, once we've established the slope triangle, we need to figure out how far is it going to the right and how far is it going up. Okay, so I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's run. It's like a person running. They want to go to the run on the flat ground. And rise, run is 5. And run, how much it's rising, how much it's going up is, it's going up, so it's going to be positive. And it's 2, positive 2. And slope is always rise over run. Okay, so every time you use this formula, you should be writing it out. That's how you memorize formulas in math. You don't just sit down and just memorize it like that. Every time you use formulas, you always write it out, then you plug it in. What is rise? It's 2. Run is 5. Another common mistake is you're flipping the 5 and 2. So you're putting 5 over 2. That is not correct. So this is rise is 2, run is 5. So it's going to be 2 over 5. Okay? Alright, so then can we figure out the equation? Okay, what else do we need? We've just figured out the m part of the equation. Y is equal to mx plus b. So that my linear equation is going to be y equals mx plus b. And we've just figured out what m was. M is 2.5. What else do we need to know? We need to know the b value. Okay, so what is b? That is the y-intercept. Okay, so y-intercept, what is the y value of the y-intercept? It's 1. It's telling me the graph is crossing the y-axis at positive 1. So then the b is 1. So I figured out what m is. I figured out what b is. Now putting it all together, I can say y is equal to m. What is m? That's the 2 over 5. And then there is a variable x. That's the input value. And a lot of students are forgetting to put the x there. If you do not have the x here, it just becomes 2/5 plus 1. If it is 2/5 plus 1, this is not a linear equation. Okay, you need it's just what's 2/5 plus 1? It's just y is equal to 1 and 2/5. That's not what we want. We do want the x right there. Okay, that's the input there. So that's my equation. Whoops, sorry. Okay, so y is equal to 2 over 5x plus 1. Okay, now I am going to ask you this time to do this yourself. Okay, the first thing you need to do is choose the points to be used for the slope triangle. Then state the coordinates of the 2 points. So you're going to fill in whatever the number is, okay, and you're going to send me a private chat. Please pause the video and see if you can find the two points that you should use for slope triangle, and then draw your slope triangle, then calculate the slope, which is the m value, find the y-intercept, which is the b value, and put it together in the y is equal to mx plus b, and write down the equation. Okay, I'm going to assume you had a chance. So how do I find the point to begin with? Okay, so to do that, I am going to go along the graph. Okay, when x is -2, is the y value a whole number? No, it's not. It's not going through the horizontal line exactly. What about here? It's no good. It's no good. It's close to that point, but it's not good enough. What about here? Oh, it's going through the horizontal line here and the vertical line here. So this is perfect. So I'm going to choose that. That means what is the coordinate? The x coordinate is the first number is the horizontal number, which is 0. And the y coordinate is -2. Okay? Okay, let's keep going. We need another point. Okay, is this a good one? No, it's not. What about this? No, it's not on the grid. It's not meeting at the horizontal line and the vertical line exactly. This is still no good. Still no good. Still no good. It's close, but it's not close enough. Okay, close is not good enough. Keep going, keep going. Bam! Do you see that this point is going through the vertical line and the horizontal line exactly? The graph is passing the vertical line and the horizontal line exactly. So that is a good one to choose. Okay? And so you just find your 2 points. And then from here, you need to figure out, okay, how far do I have to go to the right? How far do I have to go up? And you'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the run is +5, and rise is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's also +4. It's a positive number because it's going up. And the coordinate for this was 5, 2. Okay? Okay, I've drawn my slope triangle. Calculate the slope. What is my slope? The slope is always the m is rise over run. So it's going to be rise is 4 and run is 5. So the slope is 4 over 5. Now, what is the b value? Okay, that's the y-intercept. Where is the graph? Here's my graph crossing the y-axis. This is my y-axis. It's right here. Okay, we actually had this point, use this as a slope. And sometimes it's going to work out, sometimes it's not. And that's okay. All right? And the slope turns out to be the y-intercept. The b is, what is this value here? That's -2. Okay? So that means we figured out what m is, we figured out what b is, and put it together, and you should have y is equal to, what's m? That's 4 over 5x. Okay? Plus, not plus, but plus -2, or I can write -2 like this. So the equation is y is equal to 4 over 5x minus 2. Okay, this time you pause the video and see if you can find the slope triangle. Decide on which 2 points to use as your slope triangle, and then find the slope, find the y-intercept, and write the equation. Okay, so I've done the work. Okay, so the 2 points that are good will be these 2 points, or you might have also chosen that point. That would have been fine too. But either way, you would get the rise to be -3, run to be +4. So the slope is -3 over 4. Y-intercept is this value here. And you should not eyeball it, but I'm going to tell you this is actually 2.5. Okay, so it is 2.5. So it's going to be, it's not just 2.5, it's -2.5. So put it together, and y is equal to -3 over 4x minus 2.5, and that's my equation. Okay,